It's fine. I hope you all had a good break though and enjoyed yourselves, and we are back on stream, ready to continue, ready to fight Nidhogg with our good buddy Estinian. Good buddy in quotation marks. He's been wanting to do this all weekend. Haven't you, Estinian? See? He's so eager and keen to go. But we've got to wait for other people. Or is there a way that I can do it? Yeah, if I drop myself from the registration, can I go... Ooh, sorry, so I didn't mean to chat with you. Ah, I can go in as an NPC party with me, Estinian, and 2 random people. Because we decided that no one else important is allowed to come with us. Thanks, Estinian. You talked everyone out who actually matters of coming with us, so now it's just me, you, and 2 random people. Estinian just get blown up. Oh. Oh, so that's actually Nidhogg. That's just like rocked up and been like, "What's up? I'm gonna beat you up." Oh, it was me that got blasted out of the sky. Swoosh. Oh, Estinian found me again. That's good. Glad we could come back together, Estinian. And Temple Knight and Temple Churchin. Definitely competent backup. Unnamed random people. These lightning strikes are the work of the dragons. Never mind, we have to hurry. Pew pew!
Know your folly.
Nice. Oh, and I need to make sure that I've got my food to get a good amount of experience from this dungeon. What's in this little alcove? Anything? No. Good slide cast. Can I prove I slid pretty well?
Your guard is down.
There we go.
Know your folly.
Oops. Oh. There we go. Orthodox ring offending. And then we launch ourselves off this cliff. Oh, this way. A lot of this dungeon is just fighting dragons, I feel, because it is the Eyrie. It's the home of all the Nidhoggs brood. But I need to make sure that I'm awake and doing stuff. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet while doing this dungeon. Because it's very much just getting through the dungeon. There's not a huge amount of detail or mechanics to it. Like, this boss has a little bit more mechanic-wise to it, in that it does all the poison gas clouds.
I will end your struggles.
And has, like, gas bombs that it throws into it.
I will end your struggles.
And this to me is just going to be like mini attacks.
I will end your struggles.
Yep. Pushes, AoEs. Yeah, so that wasn't the poison cloud boss. But there was a bunch of like random smoke clouds that then drop AoEs. I thought it was the poison cloud boss, but I might have been mistaken from the get-go. I need to keep myself moving in order to keep myself awake, because I don't know. I ate, and that should have woken me up, but instead it made me feel sleepy. And so now I'm feeling sleepy and also just like sitting. I guess I am also streaming, but
Your guard is down.
I need to get stretch and hydrate reminders for my stream so that people can be like, wake up, stretch, hydrate, do stuff. Don't just sit there doing nothing. Because otherwise you'll fall asleep. Which I will. If I'm left here alone, I will probably fall asleep at that point. Which hopefully when I have a slightly larger community around, then we can all have fun and chat, and I won't fall asleep as much because there'll be people to talk to, rather than me talking sort of something to myself, because there's no any chat really, unfortunately. But that might also just be because it's a Monday at midday, so it happens sometimes. But I guess I'll find out more on that when I get around to the weekend and have a Saturday and Sunday streams. We'll probably pull in some good viewers there where we have the MTG Final Fantasy sets that release tomorrow. I'm super excited for them. I've already built 2 decks, or built a new deck and upgraded 2 decks from my real life commander game. The real life commander list of decks. List of commander decks? I don't know. Brain is not brainy. Time to do battle with Nidhogg, I think. Mapping around the area. There he is. Big Nidhogg. Roar. Impudent mortals, thou wouldst use mine own eye against me. Yeah, they definitely would. Rustinian, no, certainly would. He's been doing it this entire time. Like, literally carrying it to plan for this. Oh, I forgot how much movement around there was in this fight.
Taste my loss. Know your folly.
Ooh. Ooh.
Taste my loss.
Oh, I already used my mana ward, that's not good.
Know your folly. Know your folly.
There we go. We've eaten it all in the end. completed the airy. Good, 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 good. Got the armor. The story continues. Thou wouldst use mine own eye against me. Time hath done naught to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgiven thee, dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again.
No worm. This ends here.
Ooh, Stinian's getting serious. Oh, clinging into the eye sockets. He does have red armor. His armor turns all red because he used the power of the eye, right? Oh no, he ripped the other eye out of the head. Oh. His armor is stained red with the blood of his enemy.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Oof. Well, I knocked another crystal, so that's something.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
Is Haldrath King Thornton the First?
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhoggs' eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldrath, what then shall become of the royal line?
Welcome, Pinky. If you fits, you sits. You are more than welcome to sit in on this stream and wake me up, because heavy lore and heavy meal make me sleepy. But I want to progress with the story, so I need to stay. I'm still listening.
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
Flake into 4 tamps.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, it is plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
So yeah, Haldrath was the first king who
We cannot
slew.
act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Oh, so he's the Forgotten Knight who started up the tavern in the town, the Forgotten Knight. The other knights made up the houses.
We four, then.
Forton, Hylena, Dyrendare, and Zemile. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards.
Yeah.
We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
Ishgard law drop. I knew I stood dressed in red at some point.
Are you wounded?
You should probably stop waving the eye around. You've still got the other one.
To history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted.
There we go.
And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Well,
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
I don't fully remember how that happens, but I'm sure it will explain. We still have plenty more story to get through with Heaven's Ward. We've only hit about the halfway point.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
I'm sure that's a good idea, Steve. Though Nidhogg has fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and this stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armour anew. Yeah. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Whee! Whee! We get to fly all the way back to... Ooh, also, my Black Mage being level 56 means I have almost caught up to where my White Mage is at level 57. So with any luck, they will both be hitting 60 by the time we get to the end of Heaven's Ward base game, and then both be well on their way to the next chunk when we get round to reaching Stormblood, in which case I can then try and get another class up to 60 in order to have another class to run alongside for the story purposes, if that makes sense. How on earth do I get round to? Oop. Yup. Go, jumping bed. You can make it. Am I even going the right way? I don't think I'm even going the right way. I don't think I can cross over here. Yep, there's no actual way for me to get up there. Up here? Up there? Definitely not. Wrong way. I'll have to go back round. I do not know these maps as off by heart as I do the base game maps, purely because you unlock flying pretty quickly in these maps and you can just ignore all the terrain by just being like, I'm going this direction. Takes off, flies as the crow does in that direction. So you kind of ignore how the terrain works. Whereas in the original maps I spent a long time just playing the game before flying was a thing. And obviously every time you rerun the game, the first set of maps you have to traverse by the ground before you hit level 50 and unlock flying on all of them. Whereas a lot of these maps you traverse once and then never come back to via the ground, because you can just fly through them afterwards. But not so the way I'm doing it this time. Yes, Pinky, if you are still listening, I don't know if you've gone into lurking or not. If you are still listening, how are you today? Hopefully you're doing well. Though I imagine it's kind of early morning there still, isn't it? We have the base Aether current for each area for the story mode. There we go. Long travel. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Rosevelga to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth. that we may be at last, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. Yes, my little Moogle trumpet. Toot toot! Hi, Spelga, come back. We want to talk to you again. Hi, buddy. You gave Nidhogg your eye, didn't you? Impertinent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Yeah. It would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinding Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. Would you like it back? You feeling better now? Oh, more weird visions. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoska's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain. What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elizons. They took both his eyes. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoska her life, and me mine eyes. O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Reisvelga, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors, and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. And you just gave it to him? Oh dear. My vengeance has begun. Thou hast bore witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigour, that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Yeah. The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me into remorse? You would hope they do. Go, mortals, take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Palestinian, you got what you wanted. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Yeah. And I gave him back his eye and he's flown off, so he could just do it again.
It was my life's goal to slay Nidhogg. But I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
I'm curious as to what did happen to it.
Who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Where could the other eye be?
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance.
Yeah.
Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Thoran. He's a scheming old bishop. Him and his knights of that very particularly round table.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the bringer of light to die.
Is it? I don't think it is. I think I'm going to be okay. Small group of heretics, most of the city is on fire.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters. The war is ended. Nidhogg is no more. Aye, it is so. This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the great worm low. The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Very true. We all want peace. That's all there is to it. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem the calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamours with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Casting robe. It was slowly becoming more and more fancy looking. I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Tegan? Well, we went on a little mission. We spoke with a bunch of stuff happened. Beg pardon? You travelled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fort Tom's Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Tegan. I shall wait for you there. And they walk off in completely opposite directions. My lovely running along sound effects. It's not. It's probably not. I don't know. Into the Fort Tom's Manor.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
And we catch them all up on the story.
infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights, 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
And also turn them into dragons.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
I probably don't want that.
A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. It was that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labour to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
The charge of Justinian running in.
Hear, hear. The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Okay, not just Justinian.
Be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Okay. I'm going to take a very momentary pause just to nip the loo and wake myself up a little bit. So I will swing round, zoom in, turn my YouTube mod off for a moment.